Thank you, moderator, for giving me a chance. And Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, my name is Nurul Amin, and my team are Samsul Arifin Ilyas and Asmita Ahmad. And I would like to present our research entitled Potential Landslide Prone Areas in the Kellogg's Sub-Watershed using the Analytical Hierarchy Process Method. Introduction. Landslide is one of the geomorphological processes that is active in changing the shape of the Earth's surface. This process moves the mass of soil and rock downward following the slope. Next, landslides have an impact on life and the environment. The impact on life can be damage to public infrastructure. Meanwhile, the impact on the environment can be reduced land productivity. Next, the potential for landslides depends on the characteristics of an area. Areas with monotonous characteristics and high rainfall have the potential to cause landslides. Next, criteria for determining landslide-prone areas. Based on the Minister of Public Works Regulation number 22 PRT M 2007, namely the average high level of rainfall above 2,500 mm per year. Apart from high rainfall, one of the causes of landslides is slopes. This is evidenced by the occurrence of landslides on Saturday, June 13, 2020 in Rumbia District, Jeneponto Regency. And the aim of this study to map the potential landslide-prone areas in the Kellogg's Sub-Watershed using the Analytical Hierarchy Process Method. And here the methodology. The location of Kellogg's Sub-Watershed is in Goa Regency and Jeneponto Regency from October to November 2020. And here the tools and materials. Analysis method is divided into two, namely AHP method and GIS method. AHP method is a decision-making method to determine the weight value of the parameters based on the judgment of experts, competent, and experienced. Figure to provide weights for various parameters to produce a score. And GIS method, the determination of landslide-prone areas is carried out using the method of spatial analysis or GIS. The use of GIS in the range of disaster risk management consists of creating database, overlapping, and determining landslide hazard classes. Next, research tech. Firstly, preparation consists of primary and secondary data collection. Next, base map creation consists of rainfall map, slope map, soil map, geology map, and land cover map. Next, working with AHP consists of creating a project, hierarchical arrangement, and here the hierarchical arrangement in the study. On the left side are subparameters, on the middle side are parameters, on the right side is our goal. After that, determine the weight of each parameter, and then determine of alternatives based on assessment criteria. And the last, synthesis testing and data analysis presentation of alternative determination. Next, spatial analysis was carried out by overlapping the digital maps after obtaining the weight of its parameter against landslide hazard through the AHP method. Spatial analysis was carried out to produce zoning of locations with the potential for landslide hazard. After that, make a classification regarding the type of landslide hazard based on the level of threat. And the digital maps are overlaid by entering its weight. Next, validation is carried out to match the results of making a potential map of landslide-prone areas with landslide points in the field. If it is not suitable, then a review must be carried out back to the data analysis tech. Next, results and discussion. The rainfall in the Kellogg's Sub-Watershed range from 1,995 to 2,550 mm per year. The slope in the Kellogg's Sub-Watershed consists of 5 slope classes. Next, the soil types in the Kellogg's Sub-Watershed consists of 2 types of soil. Next, geology. The rock formations in the Kellogg's Sub-Watershed consist of 4 rock formations. Next, the land cover in the Kellogg's Sub-Watershed consists of 7 land covers. Next, interview result. Interview data for AHP weighing were obtained from interviews by distributing questionnaires to several practitioners and lecturers who are experienced in the field of landslide. And now the field conditions, especially in the research location. Total of interviewers are 6 people. Next, weighing of parameters and subparameters using AHP. The results of interviews with several respondents were then processed by AHP using expert choice software. Next, here the parameter weights with AHP, and here the subparameter weights and score with AHP. Next, distribution of potential landslide-prone areas in Kellogg's Sub-Watershed has 3 levels of landslide vulnerability, namely low, medium, and high. Based on the result obtained, the potential for landslide-prone areas in the Declara subwatershed and landslide in the Declara subwatershed is influenced by the slope parameter, with the highest weight among other parameters, namely 0.30 or a score of 30%. According to Pramita et al. 2014, in their journal states that field observation indicate that landslides are visible on slope of 25% to above 40%, both on natural slopes or on artificial slope. And then the result obtained in the map of the distribution of landslide-prone areas in the Declara subwatershed are dominated by the potential or medium level of landslide vulnerability. The potential or level of landslide vulnerability in the field is proven by the existence of 3 landslide points. According to Karnawati 2001 in her book, states that areas with a slope between 0 to 15% will be stable against the possibility of landslides. While above 15%, the potential for landslides to occur during the rainy season and earthquakes will be even greater. Next conclusion, the potential for landslide-prone areas in the Declara subwatershed has 3 potentials or levels of landslide vulnerability, namely low, medium, and high. And parameters that influence the occurrence of landslide in Declara subwatershed are slope parameters with a weight of 0.30 or a score of 30%. Thank you. Back to the moderator.